I purchased this, I think it was like $2 at a thrift store. I don't even know what it is, what it would be used for, just decoration maybe on a tree or something. Looks like it's been outside for a while, or, somehow weathered. I bought it because why not? And I was going to show how to turn this into a birdhouse. I was going to build the back out, but this is actually pretty good for the fairy house idea that I had. The only thing I'm going to do is engrave these lines. So this is going to be like a door. This was my daughter's idea. It's like a door with a window, and I'll put, like, I do have a little kind of piece of glass I could put from the back. If I was home, I have mirrors, and that would be totally cool, but I don't have them here. But I do have some glass, and I might do something with the back. Who knows? I even have lights at home, but solar lights. But that's okay. So let's go ahead and get this drilled. It should be pretty quick. Leave a like if you like to see fairy houses. I'm painting the house and all of the accessories blue because that is my daughter's favorite color, and this fairy house is going in her yard. I had this plastic piece and I'm painting it blue, and I'm going to use it as a window frame on the fairy house. And that's just acrylic paint that I'm using to paint it. To make the chimney, I cut out a styrofoam square or cube, and I'm using the wide tongue depressors to kind of frame it out. I just really need smooth surfaces going around because I knew that my rooftop was going to be covered in rocks. So it didn't have to be perfect, but I did want to make sure it stayed in all kinds of weather. So I used wood glue, and to just seal it in, I used hot glue because that's a faster acting glue. These metal flakes are basically just gold leaf that I got from the Dollar Tree. It was only $3 for this big jar, and I love that it was a rose gold color because to me it looks like the chimney is made out of copper when everything's done. And I thought that was a nice touch. Again, ignore the hot glue here. I knew that the rooftop was going to be covered with rocks, so I knew all of that glue going around the rim was going to be covered. I just wanted it to be really strong. So here, like I said, I'm just kind of gold leafing the rose gold metal flakes on the chimney. And unfortunately, I lost the footage of the rocks, but that's how I was putting them on. I kind of fit them all together like puzzle pieces. I used hot glue to temporarily, fast acting, get it to stick. And then I did fortify the whole thing with super glue because I knew it's going to be outside. So I made sure I think I used wood glue and super glue. I just put everything in it, and I waited a long time for it to finish drying. Here I'm just using a peach colored Sharpie to try to outline the door. It doesn't really show up that much on the video, but it just makes it look like it's a different stain color. And you'll see that with the window, I also used, for the framing of the window, I also used a Sharpie there. I wasn't too worried about the Sharpie being out in the elements because I knew I was going to clear coat the entire fairy house. So there's the frame of the top window, and I used this aluminum tape that I had to try to make it look like glass maybe. It was easy to just cut the tape and stick it, so that's kind of why I used this. I just wanted it to look like it was a reflective surface. So what I did was I stuck the tape in there, and then I did cover it with this gloss varnish. This dries to a real shiny clear coat, and I also used this on the door because I wanted the door to look very thick and robust and look like it had a million coats of varnish on it. So this gloss varnish, I did put it on very thick. I used a Q-tip because I didn't even want to sacrifice one of my paintbrushes, but I used this Q-tip and it kept getting stuck on there. So you see me like taking cotton off of the door. But I got it done. And I waited a while for it to finish drying, and it turned out really hard. Exactly what I wanted. And if you look, you can see that the doorknob, I put a little gem there. So it's almost like they have a glass doorknob, the fairies. So I thought that was cute. I think that's cute. And you see also on top of the chimney, I put a little gem there too, because I thought that was cute too. This is the second time I'm using tongue depressors. I'm using them for the frame that I'm going to use for that top window, so it looks like a window and not a mirror. So I'm just cutting out the correct sizing, and then I just use the Sharpie to color it blue so it matches. And I think it turned out pretty good. I also think I put some more gloss varnish on top of this as well. So you see, I'm crazy gluing everything. I'm using wood glue everywhere. I'm using all kinds of like super glues everywhere because again, this is going to be on the ground, outside, in the elements. And I'm in Florida, and I know down here I have to worry about the heat, but where my daughter's at, I have to worry also about ice, snow, as well as the heat in the summer. So climate change, y'all. Climate change. Gotta take care of Mother Earth. So you see, I put moss on there, and I'm also super gluing that. And again, all of this is going to get a clear coat. It's going to get a coat of clear varnish, a spray varnish at the end, and I'm hoping like all of this like just seals everything in. I know I'm overthinking it because birdhouses live outside all the time, but I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to start falling apart in the first year or something. The original idea for this fairy house was I wanted a fairy house with like a little porch area so that seasonally you can swap out the decorations. And I did this in the fall, so I'm doing pumpkins here, and I think originally I put pumpkins out there. And these are just some wooden charm kind of pumpkins that I had with my craft supplies. I have a lot of different types of objects, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it. Also, I know you can go to the dollar store and pick up like little fairy signs and things, so you'll see at the end I have those as well. But first I had these mushrooms, and I had the pumpkins, and I think came in a pack with like acorns and stuff like that, and I decided to use those for the front porch too. So I was split. I wanted to do traditional brown mushrooms, but I also wanted to do the red mushroom tops with the white dots, so I did them both. Originally I was going to attach them with Velcro, but then I found that it was a little bit too flimsy for what I wanted, so I decided to use the rare earth magnets, and I glued those onto the platform. And then all of these objects I used just washers. Depending on the size of the base, I used different size washers so that it would have a metal element, so you could just snap it on with the magnet and then take it off seasonally and change them out. So it's just like another cute thing that you can kind of keep up with for the holidays. Like I said, I was there in the fall, so it was still before Halloween, and so these pumpkins, I decided to put jack-o'-lanterns on one side, and then the other side I left blank. So you can have the jack-o'-lantern out for like October, and then like when it's November, you could turn it around and it's now just a fall decoration. I thought that was cute. That's something I do, like regular pumpkins at the house. So whatever we do, you can do at the fairy house now. All of the decorations had also like multiple coats of varnish, just to make sure that they could stand up to what's going on outside. Here's the red cap mushrooms. I just think they're cute, and whenever I have an opportunity to do them, they're going in the project. And you'll see at the end there's just a whole bunch of different decorations that you can use for whatever season you want, whether it's a flower pot or these kinds of mushrooms. It's not just all holidays, it's also just plain decorations, and you can just go without any decorations if you want. I think there's also a snowman, just a regular winter decoration, flowers, things like that. So this is me just putting on that clear coat is actually wood clear coat, so It should be very strong. And this is just me. I used clay for, I don't think these are too strong, even though I did kind of like really put a lot of super glue and stuff on them, but it's regular air dry clay, so I don't think it's going to stand up. It's just what I had on hand at the time. But I can make some Christmas trees out of polymer. That's what those are. And also this is a 4th of July flag. I don't know, maybe not 4th of July, but like any patriot holiday. I wanted to just do a flag because Erica. But I'll probably redo all these with like polymer clay, so I know that it's gonna, you know, last longer. But I just wanted to show kind of the technique and what I was going for. Just if you're going to do something like a flag on a flagpole, or I think I have one that's just hearts that are like on a pole. I made a base, a big base at the bottom so that it would be strong enough to stand up, because the stick is not going to work. But you see, like, it's not the strongest. I didn't do the best job with this, but I just wanted to show like proof of concept. But I think I can work on doing these with some polymer clay, and I think that'll work out better. You know, and bake it, and, you know, put a couple coats to make sure that it's going to be strong. But I was just using what I had on hand. I wanted to kind of hit all the holidays. So yeah, here's the Valentine's Day hearts. I think I did some real sad looking shamrock. I could work on that. I was going to do a pot of gold, just ran out of time, you know, something like that. Actually, a real strong way, or a real strong decoration that I can make could be made out of wood. I could just do my wood carving and just make sure it has a good base on it, and then I put the metal washers on the bottom, and I think that would be pretty strong. So I might try that. I might try whittling some decorations for the fairy house porch. It'll be better than the shamrock for sure, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to leave you so you can just watch the rest of the video. It's just going to be making those decorations and showing how everything comes together. I even put a little fairy ladder going up to the house. Stay till the end, leave likes, do all the YouTube things, subscribe, share if you know someone who's into fairy houses. This might just inspire them and give them some good ideas. This is not going to be the last fairy house I made, but it was the first fairy house that I've made. So I thought this was pretty neat. Also, it's actually a very simple design with the wood, and I think I might try to make my own. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. I think I'm going to try to make my own from scratch next time. So subscribe so that you don't miss that video. But anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye!